My name is Dade Butler. I'm the lead customer service agent with Page Optimizer Pro, and today we're going over how to read and use the content brief. First, at the very top of the content brief, you'll find the summary section. In the summary section, you'll find outlined for you your keyword, your report ID, the time that report was created, your content brief optimization score, your current and target word count, as well as your page section recommendation. Also within this summary section will be a button for your watchdog, a button for your content editor, a button to go to the AI writer, a button to copy your secret key if you do have one, and a button to download your content brief. Once you click the download button for your content brief, you'll have two options, an Excel file and a PDF. With that out of the way, let's go over some of the finer details. First, it's important to remember that current word count and page sections are not scored, though we still heavily encourage that you go ahead and get within that plus or minus 20% range of your target word count. For this particular page, getting within that 20% is as simple as having about 2,000 words or about 3,000 words. If I'm within that range, I'm good to go. For page sections, we offer this recommendation inside the content brief to help structure your page in a way that both Google and your users will like. It is easier to understand your topic if that topic is split up into sections. Now, let's go over the content brief optimization score and what is included within this. At the top of each section, you're going to find an important terms range. This important terms range is how you are scored. As you can see here with my search engine title, it wants me to get at least 1 to 2 terms within my title tag. Once my current count increases to 1 or to 2, my score will increase. A good score inside of the content brief is about 80%. This is where most of our users notice movement. However, the content brief was built in order to allow our users to get to 100%. So if you can get to 100%, we heavily recommend doing so. Now, let's learn how to read each section. In the top left of each section, you'll find the section title. Next to that section title, you'll find a tooltip. This tooltip tells you exactly what each one of these sections is looking at. As such, I recommend viewing these tooltips at least semi-frequently just to remind yourself what everything's looking at. For the search engine title, this is looking at the title tag. For the page title, this is looking at your H1. For your subheadings, this is looking at your H2s and H3s. And for main content, this is looking at your paragraph, list, and table tags. Scrolling back up, to the right of that will be your important terms range. To the right of that, your current count. After that, you can find a radio dial to mark this section as complete or incomplete. To the right of that, there's a button where you can take notes. This is a powerful communication tool. If you are editing inside of the content editor, or if you are editing inside of a Google Doc or on your live editor with the Chrome extension, you can see the notes that are taken within each section. This allows you to communicate between your team effectively. To the right of that, there is a collapse button. If you've marked your section as complete and you no longer need to see this information, you can collapse that section and make it easier on yourself. Finally, down at the bottom, there will be a download as .txt. This download as .txt will download that individual section. It's not going to download all of your sections all at once. That is what this download button is for. Now, let's learn how to read each section. In each section, you'll have 3 columns: the important terms column, the current usage column, and the target range column. For your important terms range, to get within the current count, it wants you to use the important terms in the important terms column. So if I were to add orange chicken recipe to my title tag, my current usage would increase, and so would my current count. However, there's something very important to remember when working with the content brief, and that is that it doesn't double count. You can see here that I have orange chicken recipe and orange chicken recommended for me to add into my title. If I were to write orange chicken recipe in my title, only orange chicken recipe would be counted. Now, it doesn't matter if it's by 1 character or 1,000 characters. If it's longer, it will always prioritize the longer term. So if I had the term home and homes, so I put in homes, only homes would be counted. Next, let's learn how to read target range. If I were to insert 3 instances of orange chicken recipe into my title, my current usage would show 3, and my target range would still be 1 of 1. My current count, however, would show 1. The reason for this is because the target range represents how much of that term the tool will count up to. So I like to think of it as such. For my term orange chicken, it will count up to 1 use of that term towards my current count. For my term chicken in my subheading section, it will count up to 3 to 6 uses of this term. It is very important to review your target range for each term as you're inserting it. With that, you know everything you need to know in order to get started with the content brief. I hope you have a wonderful day and happy optimizing.